What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Brutal Planet Comics. I'm your host, Dre, the Brute Daniels, Lee. Happy Wednesday to you all, and today it is the debut episode of Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1. And so I'll be giving you my review. It's been no secret, I am a fan of this show. I enjoyed the first two seasons. I know a lot of my contemporaries may not have, but I thought this show was harmless and fun, so I'm looking forward to reviewing this episode. Now, I'm going to keep to my old formula, giving the good bits up and the bad bits are down. So let's up these downs. So we kick things off with the armorer creating a brand new helmet for a foundling, and I gotta say, it looked really cool. I really like that helmet. And even the whole armoring process, molding the Beskar and all that stuff. It's amazing. So we're starting off with a ceremony, giving the helmet to the foundling.
Hold up.
Then out of nowhere, a giant alligator starts attacking, and I'm invested. There's laser beams shooting everywhere, rockets, Mandalorians flying all over the place. The ceremony's completely ruined, and all that great stuff. But there's one thing I did notice, that while the young foundling was giving the creed, he never got to finish the whole I will never remove my helmet part. Maybe that might play a role later on in the show, who knows, but I am enjoying seeing all the lasers and stuff. And I mean, whoever the animators are put in a lot of work on this creature. I have no idea if this creature's canon or not, but I enjoyed it. Mandalorians are flying, getting eaten, and all that stuff. Looks like all hope is lost until Din Djarin, our Mandalorian hero, shows up in his Naboo starfighter and blasts the joint on the side. And of course we get the opening side shot of our heroes. So as far as opening scene goes, it sets a tone. I got action. I got a little bit of a nice little homage to storytelling and stuff. As far as Mandalorian culture, I'm gonna go ahead and give it an up. So Din Djarin and the armorer sit down, and she breaks down, hey, you're in exile at this point. You're not a part of our crew because he's taking out his helmet and all that other stuff. And he says, hey, but what about redemption? And she's like, nah, ain't no such thing as redemption.
Huh.
But ultimately he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go back to Mandalore and I'm gonna bathe in the waters of Mandalore. And she's like, alright. So they go through hyperspace and you know, it's nice. It's a cool little scene. They're going through hyperspace. Now, these are Purgil. If you did not watch Star Wars Rebels, first of all, good for you. The show is not that great. They are pretty much hyperspace whales that live in hyperspace and stuff, and they can travel and all that other stuff. So Grogu's looking out the window and all that stuff like a kid on a quest. What are those things called? The trip.
I'm kind of retarded.
I'm an idiot. And so he slips out of his little orb thing and goes into Din Djarin's arms and stuff. So it's a nice little scene. It's cute. It doesn't do anything to hurt the story. We got ourselves a quest. It's everything's lined up pretty well so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and give it an up. Then we get messy. So, based on what I've told you, you're assuming that, hey, they're going straight to Mandalore to go and bathe in these waters, right?
Yeah.
No. For some odd reason, we're going to Navarro, which for those that aren't familiar, that's the main planet from the first season. So, we go to see Grief Karga, which looks great. I love the pimp robes. Looks great. And he's transformed this entire, this sundown town to pretty much a trade port, and he's doing well, money's flowing, all that other stuff. So he's under the impression that Mando's here to settle down and live his life in peace.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which makes sense to me. Why else would you come back? But while they're talking, before Din Djarin even tells Grief Karga why he's here, we have pirates. I guess we just got to break up the monotony, because you can sense that foolishness is coming, because we've already started a side quest when there was no alluding to a side quest at all. But it wasn't like when he was talking to Armor, like, hey, I got to go to Navarro to get something. Like, no, it seems like he went from wherever they were, straight to Mandalore, but whatever. So we have pirates. They're generic bad guys, and there used to be a bar here back in season 1, but now it's a school, and they want to drink there. It's weird. They all get gunned down because they're pirates, and who cares? Death fodder, whatever. So, this scene seemed to be very distracting. I feel like we're on a side quest already, even though we even got the main quest started, and I don't know why we're taking the side quest already. So, on that note, this scene, it's gotta get it down. It has to. It's not flowing properly. Then we press the crazy button, and this is where things are getting messy. So, Din Djarin's plan for Navarro is to come back and revive IG-11.
What? What are you talking about?
For those who don't remember, at the end of season 1, IG-11 blew itself up to save the child and all that other great stuff. It never explains why he needs. He said he needs a droid he can trust. That droid is dead. It's dead. And from what even Greek Karga says, like, hey, it's just maybe 1 or 2 parts. The rest of it they just had to salvage together. So somehow he's an electric engineer. I mean, like, granted, I know he's repaired his ship several times, but I'm pretty sure the circuitry is not the same. But he's able to activate IG-11, and they do a freaking what's that thing called? Pet cemetery thing. The Joan comes back to life, and it's evil again, and they have to kill it again. I'm just like, bruh, what's the point of this? Like if it was established that, hey, I need a droid to get through Mandalore. I know there's alluding to that it's poison, but what's that got to do with this droid in particular? And not to mention, how is this thing even functional? It's self-destructed. The dude was blown to a bazillion goodness gracious. We're in Crazy Town. So they have to kill it again. Do you remember these things from one of the sequel movies? Neither do I. Well, apparently these are Insullans and they're engineers. So Greef Karga takes Din Djarin to them to repair IG-11, which I guess they could have done it years ago. We go. And of course, this is just an opportunity for cutesy stuff, and they talk funny, and they're ugly but still cute, and Grogu thinks they're pets and tries to pick them up, and it's all garbage. And once again, you give me a side quest within a side quest, because now they say, yo, this thing is shot. Obviously, the memory chip doesn't work. And then Djarin says, what if I get another memory chip? Will you be able to fix it? And Sullen's like, yeah, we can fix it if you have the memory chip. What? But wouldn't that mean the memories would change because a new chip in... All this down. I mean, I don't think I even need to... Now we did a side quest going to Navarro for another side quest in repairing IG-11. For reasons we still don't know. Which wasn't even established to begin with, that you need a droid to... Oh, mommy. So, while they leave, and once again, this is a nice little fun moment. Din Djarin's teaching Grogu how to fly the ship and stuff. It's cute. So while that's happening, the pirate that they let escape, Odalali, comes back for a revenge.
Of course!
Duh. But then we get a really cool blaster scene and people flying around, shooting stuff. So once again, Star Warsy stuff is happening, so I'm having a good time. Yeah, I had a good time with this scene. And plain and simple, I had fun. I had fun with it. And then we get a look at Captain Gorian Shard, who is the king of the pirates. And he has this big old ship, which it looks like a old rebel freighter, which is kind of cool looking. And yeah, they end up escaping him. So I guess we got ourselves set up for like a villain that's going to be chasing them throughout the show. So I like that. They give a little bit more stakes instead of it just being a regular old, MacGuffin find. So I like this. This is cool. I'm going to go ahead and give that an up. But once again, we are segued into another secondary quest. I don't even call this a side quest. It's a secondary quest. So he goes to Kalevala, which has a castle and all that stuff of Mandalorian thrones and all that stuff. And we find Katie Sackhoff. I mean, Bo-Katan. I do love Katie Sackhoff though. And he goes to tell her, hey, I want to join your crew to go to Mandalore. I thought we were trying to get the memory chip now, but whatever, who cares? He wants to be part of the crew to go to Mandalore and redeem himself and all that stuff. And Bo-Katan, who looks fantastic, by the way, went and broke down like, hey, do you still have the Darksaber? Yeah. Then I can't do anything. All my entire crew has left me because I don't run the show anymore because I never got the Darksaber back. Which makes a whole lot of sense. So they're out doing God knows what, pirating or whatever. So now, once again, this sets up something kind of cool. Now, this sets up Din Djarin having to be the leader and gather all the Mandalorians together and then going to the planet to go and fix it and take over. So that's kind of cool. So ultimately, that's pretty much what he has to do. He has to go and unite all of Mandalore himself because Katie Sackhoff ain't... Katie Sackhoff, I keep saying her real name. Because Bo-Katan ain't got the Darksaber. So that's pretty much how the episode ends. Once again, this ending is cool. It sets up what our main quest will really be, which it seems like it's not going to be about going to Mandalore. That's going to be the end game, but to actually unite all of the Mandalorians under one flag because the Watch is garbage and all this stuff. So overall, I like this scene. I love Katie Sackhoff. I'm gonna go ahead and give it up. So overall, what do I think about episode 1 of The Mandalorian? It gives me a lot of cool Star Warsy stuff, which is what I really like to enjoy. I really enjoy that kind of stuff, and that's fun. Lasers, cool characters. But once again, we're setting up too many side quests too early. IG-11's brought back to life. That is complete and utter nonsense. I think they could have left without that. Or why get a droid when you're gonna get your crew together? A lot of hodgepodge of nonsense is involved in here. But overall, did I have a bad time? No. Was the side quest too distracting to the point that, hey, I'm losing interest? No, I won't say that. But they got to clean up this is the first episode, so I'm going to judge on a curve. But they've got to clean up the messy parts. But overall, I had a good time. I had fun. So I'm going to go ahead and give it an up. And so guys, what did you guys think about the first episode of The Mandalorian Season 3, Episode 1? Let me know in the comment section below. Yeah. Housekeeping. Traveling with Him Part 8 is available now. I will leave links in the description section below if you check that out. And if you haven't caught up on the other ones, there's a link in the description section below for those as well. And you can get my first issue digital download for absolutely free. Love you guys. For those that are supporting me and those that are just considering it, you guys are awesome. So that's all I got for today. Follow me on those dope social media platforms you see over there. And do all those great YouTube things. Like, comment, subscribe, and share the video. As always, you guys have been awesome. And I'll catch you all next time. Also, if you want to support my channel, check out spinwiz.com or download the SpinWiz app and check out my comic series, Treble. It was written with a lot of love and it was definitely my favorite comic series to write. I've also written it in English and in Spanish, so whatever floats your boat, I got it for you. Thanks again, and check it out.